We continue with the first broadcast of those Air Force tapes recorded on the morning of 9/11. The military is scrambling to try and control an unraveling situation. By 9:21 in the morning of September 11th, 2 planes have already crashed into the World Trade Center. But the military still believes at least one of those planes is headed for Washington, D.C.
Okay, American Airlines is still airborne. 11, the first guy, he's heading towards Washington. Okay, I think we need to scramble Langley right now, and I'm gonna take the fighters from Otis and try to chase this guy down if I can find him.
They're probably not squawking anything anyway. I mean, obviously these guys are in the cockpit.
These guys are smart.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they wanted to do.
But what are the now airborne fighters to do?
Have you asked the question what you're going to do if we actually find this guy? Are we going to shoot him down if they got passengers on board? Have they talked about that?
Before the day is over, there will be 21, possibly 22 planes reported hijacked, according to a ranking NORAD general. All but 4 of those a mistake.
Sidewalk is closed, across the street into the park.
Moments later, reports that another hijacked plane has in fact entered Washington airspace.
Let me tell you this, we were looking, we're also lost American 77.
American 77?
Latest report, aircraft VFR 6 miles southeast of the White House.
6 miles southeast of the White House?
Yep, east. He's moving away?
Southeast of the White House?
Aircraft is moving away.
Moving away from the White House?
Yeah.
I got an aircraft 6 miles east of the White House. Get your fighters at a huge spot. Run them to the White House.
777 goes directly to Washington.
We're fucking super to get there. You need to be. I don't care how many windows you break.
At exactly that moment, Flight 77 hits the Pentagon.
That was probably the one that affected me the most. That's your nerve center, that's your point of defense.
Moments later, reports of another hijacked plane.
8-9, that's a hijack. They think it's a possible hijack. South of Cleveland, we have a code on him now. Good, pick it up, find it. 8-9. Boeing 767. Another one.
Here's what we can do. At a minimum, we can keep our guys airborne. I mean, they don't have any guns or missiles or anything on board. It's but a presence, though.
That's when Major Nasipany finds out the scrambled Langley planes have gone off in the wrong direction, east, over the ocean.
They think that a hijacked plane is headed towards Washington. They start asking, starting on the operations floor and then going up the chain, what do we do if we actually intercept a hijacked plane? Do we have permission to shoot this plane down? And that question won't be answered until 10:30 in the morning, long after everything's over.
We got a United 93 out here. Are you aware of that?
United 93, we've got 3 more hijacked airborne.
That has a bomb on board.
A bomb on board. And this is confirmed. Do you have a mode 3, sir?
No, we lost this transponder.
Before the military even knew that United 93 was in trouble, it had already crashed into a field in Pennsylvania, and all aboard were dead. And yet, the military command still wrestles with what to do about the now phantom plane.
Negative clearance to shoot. God damn it.
I'm not really worried about code words at this point.
The code words, that's perishable information. Negative clearance to fire.
By 10:03, all 4 hijacked planes have now crashed.
United 93, have you got information on that?
Yeah, he's down.
He's down?
Yes.
Why did he land? Because we have information.
He did not land.
Oh, he's down?
Yeah, somewhere northeast of Camp David.
Northeast of Camp David.
That's the last report. They don't know exactly where.
We now know. United 93 had crashed in a Pennsylvania field, not brought down by the greatest military power on earth, but by a group of passengers who took control.
The air defense that morning came from the passengers themselves, in their cell phone conversations with their loved ones, giving us information, in the attack on the cockpit that prevented that plane from crashing into the White House or into the Congress. That was the most effective defense, the actual passengers of that plane.
More effective than the FAA and NORAD.
That day, they were more effective than the whole United States military. Those were genuine heroes in those planes.
The heroic passengers of Flight 93, doing what no one in the military was prepared that morning to do. If you would like to hear more of these tapes, go to VanityFair.com. And when we come back, premature celebration. Cuban Americans in Little Havana